I really needed a lucky reserve roll, and I got one. I managed to remount my FV432 in the woods. I wasn't able to remount my Spartan. For reserves, I brought in 2 scimitars. They moved up to contest the objective and to threaten Wayne's forces. I moved the chieftain up around the petrol station to get some shots on Wayne's tanks. I moved 1 infantry team to maximize my shooting. My back 2 FV432s bogged down while trying to move forward through the woods, and I moved my A8 into a better defensive position. My Scorpions destroyed one of Wayne's Shilkas. My chieftains near the petrol station destroyed 2 T-72s. My infantry with their Carl Gustavs destroyed a BMP and bailed 2 others. The transports killed 3 more infantry teams. My scimitars fired and destroyed 1 BMP and bailed 1 other. My chieftain on the Autobahn destroyed that last T-72 that was contesting the objective. And then it used a shoot and scoot movement order to get closer to the objective.
After Andrew's shooting, both my BMPs and my Shilkas passed their unit morale tests. I started off my turn horribly trying to remount my BMPs by rolling 2 1s and a 2, so they stayed bailed out. I moved my T-72s up to take some shots at the chieftains on the left flank. I moved my infantry up closer to the British mechanised infantry so I can assault them in the assault step. I moved my HQ T-72 up to take a shot at the last chieftain on the right flank. And then I moved my helicopters to a better position to get shots at the last chieftain. My T-72 shot at the chieftains and completely missed. But my command T-72, unable to see the chieftains because of the forest, shot at the Spartans and killed one. And then my remaining Shilka killed the other. On the right flank, my command T-72 fired at the last chieftain, but missed. And then I prepared to fire my Hinds, but first Andrew fired anti-tank missiles at me from his rapiers. They killed another Hind, leaving me with 2. And then he fired his AA machine gun on his chieftain and killed another. So that left me with 1 Hind to fire. Its missile took out the chieftain. My infantry fired at the mechanised platoon in the wood. It didn't hurt any of the infantry, but bailed out 1 FV432 transport.
Because I only had 1 transport left, I had to take a quick morale test, and they passed.
My last Hind, on the other hand, failed its unit morale test and flew off. I then moved my infantry up to assault and was hit by a wave of defensive fire from Andrew's caps. All 10 teams were hit, and I managed to fail 7 of my infantry saves.
I rolled 1 reserve, so I brought my links on the table. I tried to move them on using the blitz move order so they could fire their tow missiles this turn, but I failed the roll, so instead I put them behind the forest. My Scorpions moved into the woods to a more defensible position. I moved 1 of my scimitars closer to the objective. My chieftains destroyed a T-72. My motor rifle platoon destroyed a BMP with their Carl Gustavs. And my transport shot another infantry team. 4 of my infantry teams charged out of their foxholes to assault the bailed out BMPs. They easily destroyed 1 of them. Because Wayne had no active teams to fight back, I won the assault and consolidated back into my foxholes.
I started the turn by unpinning my infantry. The infantry then moved into the forest and hit the deck. The T-72s holding the objective repositioned to fire on the chieftains, and the Shilka moved into the factory area to get a better shot at the helicopters when they pop up. On the other flank, my commander moved to contest the objective and shoot at the scimitars. 2 of the T-72s fired at the chieftains. I scored 1 hit, but his armour protected him, and 1 T-72 fired at the Scorpions in the forest and missed. On the other flank, my commander, now sitting on the objective, fired at the scimitars, penetrated 1, but it only bailed out.
And luckily my scimitars passed the unit morale check. I rolled for my reserves, but I failed. But I still get 1 because it's my 3rd attempt to roll for reserves. I chose to bring on my Springfires, once again blitz moving them. This time I succeeded, so I get to fire with them this turn. So I moved them to the flank of Wayne's HQ. My mechanized platoon moved out to finish off Wayne's infantry, except for 2 transports which bogged down again in the forest. 1 of my chieftains moved to get shots, and then I moved my Scorpions to get flank shots in case my chieftains weren't able to kill Wayne's tanks. Because the scimitar on the objective did not remount, I moved my other one up to contest the objective. My transports killed 1 team with their machine guns. So my infantry teams fired, Rolled 6 shots and missed every single one of them, rolling only ones. My mortar team then fired, needing a 6 to hit, and scored a hit, killing Wayne's MG team. My chieftains fired, killing one of Wayne's tanks and bailing out another. My scorpions tried to kill the bailed out tank, but they failed to penetrate his armor. My swing fires fired on Wayne's HQ and destroyed him, securing the objective for the British. I popped up my helicopters to shoot at Wayne's remaining tanks.
Before that, my shulker had a shot at the helicopters and destroyed one.
Well, with 1 shot left, I failed to score a hit on Wayne's tanks.
At the end of Andrew's shooting, I had 2 units that now were not in good spirits. So I rolled dice, rolled a 1 for the tanks, and I rolled a 2 for the infantry. So they all ran off.
With his formation's morale broken, Wayne's few surviving teams retreat from the table. Andrew's brave Brits have managed to repel the Soviet advance.